Good morning, Falcons. I'm Anabelle Pettett.
And I'm Ansen Short, and this is the Falcon Report.
Today is the last day to get a yearbook. Pay $50 to bookkeeping to guarantee you get a yearbook.
The end of the school year is just a few weeks away. It's a good time to get your grades right.
Homework Club is a great place to get the help you need. Here's more information.
My name is Mrs. Nelson, and I have an after-school homework club. Homework Club is pretty much every day after school. Mostly kids that come to Homework Club are kids that I work with in the MLL department. That's multilingual students, but really anyone's invited. I try to provide a really welcoming space here. I'm up in the ASB room, and kids come and eat lunch here. We'll work on homework sometimes at lunch. Sometimes they just want to talk about a class. And we just have a community of kids that love to hang out together, and we eat and just have a good time and talk a lot about schoolwork and how to be successful. Kids are passing classes that weren't passing before. They're getting their assignments in, and most importantly, they're learning the information that they need to learn to be successful.
Recently, we brought you more information about senioritis. Our crew has continued their research.
Let's take a look at what they found out.
Hey, Falcon Report. Marcos here. And if you watched the Falcon Report recently, you noticed that we aired a little segment about senioritis, because we know senior year can be a slog. Or is it? Picture this, you're a 17 going into 18-year-old in your senior year, and you can't really see what all the hubbub is about when it comes to senior year. Here's a couple of things to think about. But first, to get into how to maximize your senior year, we need to go back to 1960. Alex Reed, born 1960 in Cocoa, Florida, graduated from Clemson University in 1981. Over a decade later, he would go on to become a writer on a little show called Malcolm in the Middle. The episode itself was Emmy-winning and showed two completely different scenarios caused by one small choice, showing how the night panned out depending on which parent took the children bowling, posing two extremes against one another. Your senior year is very similar in the way that it shows two different extremes, and they can go as follows. Studious, ambitious students, most likely pursuing college or other creative endeavors, can maximize their senior year by acing classes and getting a golden transcript.
But what if you were simpler? Looking for perhaps an easier way out? Well, before we can delve into the juicier stuff, we have to first go back to the invention of television.
Invented in 1926 by John Logie Baird, TV immediately became streamlined into a worldwide phenomenon, not only for people's information, but their entertainment. But all fun has its restrictions. See, only 8 years after the inception of the television came the Federal Communications Commission. Hey, come on, keep up. Okay, so the Federal Communications Commission's goal was to keep all the airwaves and all the American homes clean as a whistle. And that domino effect of censorship led up to the very broadcast that you're watching right now. And due to these censorships being put in place by the FCC, there's things in this next section that I can't tell you. But, now hypothetically I couldn't tell you that after missing 5 days of school your mark's truant, and then you can get into a bit of law troubles. But what about 4 days in a row? Now hypothetically I also couldn't tell you that Hanford has a passing grade of a D, which means you could either do 60% of 100% of the work, or 100% of 60% of the work. You can pick your poison with that one. Now, hypothetically, I can tell you that using these methods, only attending 20 of the 36 weeks of school, not including breaks, and then you get to achieve a 60% or more in any class of your choosing, all of them actually. But I can't tell you any of that. So all I can tell you is to go out there and get the most out of your senior year.
Activities meeting today are Coding Club in 2507,
DECA in 1202,
Culinary Club in 2501,
and Dungeons and Dragons in the library.
That's all for today. I'm Ansen Short.
And I'm Anabelle Pettett, and this has been the Falcon Report.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.